I got a lot to say for today. Oh my gosh, as you guys seen by the title, I was moved in transition to a homeless shelter. So at like 1 o'clock in the morning, I'm asleep at the airport. It was crazy because I was gonna go do for my first time, go ride on the train and start drawing people for money. And I got like really, really sleepy out of nowhere. So I was like, all right, I'll just do this tomorrow. So I went to sleep pretty early, probably like around 8 o'clock. And after I went to sleep, I went into a really good sleep. And I was woken up around 1 a.m. to somebody coming in the stairwell. And I'm just like, okay, who the heck is that? And I just knew something was up. I just knew like something was about to happen, like I was about to be moved. And so um, the person starts walking over to the side where it's like blocked off, or the two people start walking over to the side where it's blocked off. And it just so happened to be the cops. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. And for some reason, I didn't get stimulated. I didn't start getting crunk. I didn't get scared or nothing like that. I was just calm. And so they were like asking me questions, asking me my name, asking me how long I've been there, and things like that. And saying that I couldn't be there, and I was just like, okay. And then so the one of the cops, he came back there. Actually, he actually got through the little bar thing and came back there to where I was. And I just feel like what he said is actually what God was telling me through him. Like he was just like, we can't have you back here. It's unsafe. It smells like people are peeing back here. And it just seems like a really unsafe for you to be back here inhaling all this. I honestly feel like that was like God speaking through him, telling him that that's the reason why he's allowing them to basically kick me out of the hotel. Now it's time for me to go. It's getting unsafe. And to be completely honest, I was starting to get like, I don't get sick really because the way I eat and how much water I drink, but my voice, I don't know if you guys were just like hearing it sometimes. Like I was always having to go like and things like that. My voice was getting scratchy, and I just like felt when I was inhaling a lot of stuff there, like just wasn't that safe. And so after when he said that, I just really felt like that was from God. And I was just like, all right. And so I was just really calm with them. And so they asked me to leave. The other one, it was like they were playing good cop, bad cop. The one that was saying that was playing good cop, and the other one was like the one that was checking my information and being kind of stern with me and telling me that if I came back, that I would get a trespass ban. I was like, I can't fly on any more flights. They were like, no, you can come back if you got like flights or things like that you got to be here for. But as for just being in here, being homeless, you can't do that anymore, or you'll get arrested for trespassing. And I was like, all right. So I packed up my stuff really quick, and they kept flashing the freaking lights on me, and that was really getting on my nerves. So I was like, can you stop flashing lights on me? Like I'm like packing up my stuff, and they kept flashing in my eyes. It's just like, y'all. I really cannot stand cops. I know a lot of times they be like doing their job or whatever and just doing what they're supposed to do, but I just feel like there's a big control spirit behind them that just really bothers me. After that, I pick up my things and they send me to where the train is. And so I'm sitting out there where the train is, waiting on the train. It's 1 a.m. The train's not coming till, well, they actually, what I seen, because y'all, I feel like this whole thing was set up for me, and they had the whole side of the terminal shut down, and I was just like, I really feel like that was for me, and I really feel like that black woman was like basically setting me up. I'll put them right here. The two videos I posted about being at the airport, living at the airport, is when everything started getting real weird. Like the first video is when they shut the terminal down, and then the second video after I posted the next morning is when they woke me up at 1 a.m. And being a flight attendant, I learned that they have people designed to find stuff about the airlines and the airport on the internet. So they have people designated to find things like that to basically either fire people or see what's going down in their airport. So yeah, after that, I went to the train, and they usually allow all the homeless people to sleep out there by the train. Like I see the same homeless people sleeping out there every day. However, this day they gathered all the homeless people up. It was a whole bunch of cops. It was probably like 8 to 10 of them, and they gathered us all up and put us on that one train. Like I don't even think the trains come at that time on the day. It was one train at like 2 a.m. and it got us all on it and just sent us out. Me, I stopped at the community college that I've been going to, the library to. I stopped there, and when I'm sitting there, there's kind of like there's that girl that I told you about, the one that was like crying loud, and she started crying louder when she saw me looking at her. And I actually didn't know that she was homeless, but I'm not surprised. And then there was a guy there, an older guy that kind of seemed like he was like very introverted, but I don't know, it just gave he's gonna stay to his side and not mind mess with me, but it just gave a little bit of creepy vibes. Then there was this guy, so we were all just chilling. And then this guy comes, and I just hear a loud trash bag boom on the floor, and I'm just like looking around, like, who did that? Like, what the heck is that? So finally, he comes out, and he just has a trash bag, and he's like walking around, acting crazy, crouching on the floor, getting back up, dropping the bag, picking the bag up, dropping it again. And so then, I'm just like, I see him, but I'm just ignoring him. And then so he finally starts coming to stand next to me. And so I say out loud, I'm like, I'm not in the mood. Don't piss me off. And so he starts like coming by me and like posing, just doing weird stuff. And then he after he did the posing, I looked at we made serious eye contact, and I was just like, don't mess with me now. And then he dropped his bag next to me, picked it back up, bent down, touched the ground, stood all the way up, bent down, touched the ground again, stood all the way up, grabbed his bag, and walked off. I don't know where he went, but I was just like, as long as you leave me alone, I'm not tripping. It's just really weird. And so after that, I was just like, okay, I can't sit up here at no 2 o'clock in the morning outside of here. So I'm gonna go to the college and charge my phone and get ready to go to these homeless shelters in the morning. As soon as I was walking up on the college, one of the cops that circles the college at night pulls up next to me, and I just keep walking. I just sit in front of the library because I was gonna sit there till 5 a.m. for my safety, and two, the cop being there was more helpful for me, even though he probably wouldn't even did anything if something would have happened. So, but it would made the homeless people scared to come over there. So I needed to sit right there for my safety. And what's crazy too, y'all, is I was thinking a lot about that college. Like it has a really good, like some fields, a soccer field, like sports areas, nice little forest next to it. And I was just thinking in my head, man, I would love to like sleep out here one night. Like it would be like peaceful. And so I went there, and I'm sitting outside the college, and the cop comes, and after the first time, he just sits there in front of me, and I didn't say nothing. He didn't say something, so he drove off. Then he comes back, and when he comes back, he's like, "Are you waiting on a ride?" And I was like, "No." I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "What time is it coming?" I was like, "When the bus comes." And he's like, "All right." And he looks down at his watch, and then he walks back to his car. And I'm like, "Nigga, I'm about to sit here and wait for this bus. Like, you got me messed up." And so when he then he starts circling it again, and then circling to where he was driving up on me, flashing his lights on me. After he did that about 2 to 3 times, I walked up to his car, and I was like, "Hey, can you stop flashing your lights on me? I'm leaving at 5. I already told you that. Can you stop flashing your lights on me?" He was like, "I'm not flashing my lights on you." And then so he started circling again, and then he stops flashing his lights on me. I'm just like, "Yes, you were flashing your lights on me. It's clear as day, but it's cool. Thank you for stop flashing your lights on me." So he just sit there and watches me for the rest of the time, and I'm just like, I just take it as thank you for sitting there watching me and making sure that I'm safe. And so time goes on, my phone's charging. I get to my phone to about 80, 90% at 5 a.m. And so at 5 a.m., another cop comes, and they just do the most. So I'm not gonna lie, I just at like 4:57, I just pack up my little stuff, go back to the train station. And as I was sitting there too, I looked up all the addresses for the homeless shelter, because I got that list of the all the homeless shelters, and I wrote down how long it was gonna take. And then I really like looked at the ones that it would take like a 3 minute walk, because I wasn't doing no 20-minute walk with all my stuff. So I figured out which one I was gonna go to first. And as you guys can see in these videos, and so when I get to the second one, because I wasn't looking for a homeless shelter. I was looking for a transitional home, because I just need a stepping stool to get to where I'm about to go. Like that's how my mindset is. I don't really need all of this. I just need a little bit a place to stay, or somebody to help me get into an apartment or something like that.